Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to City 17. So, today I'm going to be working on a character rig. Ooh. We're gonna pull one of these. Gonna start. Big surprise, the character rig is a pivot! And no, this is not going to be here. I have other properties than strictly hero. So it's far from my only thing. Oh yeah, Warthog run. Seen that in a video. Used her a few times. Music is quieting down, it's just not a huge amount because the music is already quiet. I've not done a full-on rig. Very, very, very long time. Did not see the Dora movie. Don't have any interest in seeing it. Didn't grow up with Dora. My jam was Blue's Clues. to make a ton of layers. Cool. New pivot animation. Hopefully within 3 months if I don't go insane.
Boy, he likes to shimmy. He's a shimmying fool. He's a shimmying simian. Shaking that ass, shaking that. Boy, he likes to shimmy. He's a shimmying fool. He's a shimmying simian. Here we go. Boy, he likes to shimmy.
If you want to know what would actually place an infinite shield around my psyche, it would be money, so I can pay for people. Put that thing together. Possible.
See, you've got the rapping bug too. Da 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 li dude. See, you've got the rapping bug too. Da 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 li dude. Damn. Do you like my voice? Do you like my singing voice? I've been working on it.
Thank you, I am glad you liked Hero the Dents. I really want to do more with the series in the future, but it's difficult. Hopefully something from that. Down. Queen. Still maintain the same absolute thing. I'll be honest, Tiara, I wasn't really a fan of childhood. I really didn't fully experience what my childhood was like. The way things. Honestly, as far as college is concerned, I would only go to college if you know what you want to do when life requires it. Spoilers, animation does not require college. But it's far better to, like, the amount of student, the college industry is an entire... California or sometimes Texas, because like studios like Titmouse and stuff are based in Texas. They're pretty good animations. Really, game animation is a lot of the economy is for animators. Thank you for the super chat.
Good evening, Zed of the RIN. I like your work, so take my change back to the video.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about gaming on YouTube. I was talking about making animation. Animation game, or game animation, is a lot more profitable than traditional animation. Yes, or it's a lot more available, per se. What is your question? Sure, while you're here, I actually had a question regarding switches. Do you know if it's possible to just have a switch that switches between, like, the line art, color, and underlay layers? Like, you can figure out, like... The idea that I had... I mentioned the whole thing about using the switch to control the scene. I'm almost wondering about also using a switch to kind of like control the head position as well. For when it's in 3/4, it'll basically only show like the color layer, and so it'll be the 3/4 color or the 3/4 mouths. So like basically the line art layer would have all of the normal mouth front facing, color would have all 3/4, and underlay would have all 3 or profile. And then when you switch between depending on which state the head is in, frame it's on, toggle a switch the mouths around. That way you don't have to have like a huge number of mouths or frames. Really need to look up how. A feeling what it would be would basically only just be like whatever or what. First. My cursor so much. Oh, it's something at the top. Okay. Okay, so apparently at the moment, as I increase the switch number, it's still showing the Zero is you. Okay, I see how it works. It goes from right to left. Zero would be you. Would be... It would be... Okay, cool. This actually will save me a whole lot of time. Okay, so what did I miss? I was only focused on KRY's comments because he knows a little bit more about nodes than I do. If you want the story about Pivot, go check out my webcomic at 802comic.com. Honestly, I'm tempted to do like a full master control rig. Same time on a tight time frame, so I don't know if I want. Not generally be kind of an interesting idea. I don't know if that would really work for the style that I'm going for. With part of me really wants to try making a master controller because it would be really cool. Found like a lot of tutorials on like how they work. But at the same time, it's like prospect of working on something brand new. And I was drawing on fucking layer every time. I might actually try it. Also, this is the day that I always stream. this. Okay, talk about needlessly complex. Man, this is old. Node for eyes, and it's actually pretty easy, or pretty reliable. It's just annoying how to remember to set it up because you can't really label. Every single time I use it, I have to figure out, okay, what's for the eye, what's for the pupil, what's for the what. I have definitely made a big song. What's with huge thing? add in those frames. Tendency to make my eyes pretty goddamn big. Okay. You know, I honestly forget that the light table is even a thing. As for artist alleys, I don't really have any plans to do an artist alley, though I might someday. I don't know, I haven't been to any conventions in a very long time. Selling at a convention is something that's on my bucket list. See, I have a bucket list because I'm an old man. soundtrack is good. Wait, what is with this thing? Right. One thing I have learned, way better to make the mouth shapes all up front. Or at least samples of them. Also, oddly enough, I don't think Last Surprise is actually Content ID scanned. I've played it a few times and stuff and haven't gotten hit before. Whenever something does get hit, I remove it from my playlist. Oddly, I don't think Persona 5 is Copy Strike, or is in the Content ID system, but for some reason Undertale is. The original songs. So I had to stop playing Undertale. You know, I cannot think of this song without thinking of that one Gmod video. Bye, Dan. I know the stream is just getting started. Actually, come to think of it, it does have about like... Oh wait, no, I started at 4. So yeah, still got 2 hours left. And no, Toby wasn't actually stingy with fan merch. The thing is that his lawyers were telling him one thing. He's updated his policy, something that honestly sounds agreeable. He's fine with individual prints being sold in limited quantities, as well as like personalized one-of-a-kind art, things like that. He doesn't want people mass-producing things, however, so things like shirts are a big no. Anything that basically would be sold through fan-built, I think it is. No, not fan-built. It's the organization that he sells his merchandise through. But anything that would be sold by them is basically a no. Just gonna use those as placeholders for now.
It was the heat of the moment. Telling me
I hate color cards so much because for some reason you can select them.
the heat of the moment. You can see my heart breaking. Hearts on fire, strong desire. They have a disease. And the other heart is the other one. 'Cause the other heart is another heart. And the heart that's the other one is another heart. That's the other one. The other one is another heart. You have 4.5 hearts. Let's see how many you have at the end. 'Cause you didn't use a clue. 3.5, maybe 2.5. Maybe only 2. You have 4.5 hearts. Let's see how many you have at the end. 'Cause you didn't use a clue. You can see my heart breaking. Hearts on fire, strong desire. They have a disease. And the other heart is the other one. 'Cause the other heart is another heart. And the heart that's the other one is another heart. That's the other one. The other one is another heart. Put that heart on your page, heart on your page. It's like, write some fucking lyrics. Just walk away. Put that heart on your page, heart on your page. Wherever you are. Talk without making touch. Put that heart on your page, heart on your page. I thought you were just saying things.
Nonsense. That's the lyrics.
Cool. Those are great lyrics.
You should sync up a lot of these layers. There's a lot of them. And Undertale has always been that way on fan stuff. It's more just the content ID thing is the new. And largely because I believe he's selling the soundtrack, licensing is going through it for that. They automatically put his stuff in the content IDs. I don't know. I honestly do not think that Toby actually consciously put anything into a content IDs. But at the same time, he also likely doesn't want people just uploading the soundtrack and monetizing it, because there is a lot of scalpers out there. Yeah, people sell Undertale merch just fine, it's just they can't sell shirts or things that would be mass-produced. Those are no-nos. One thing that really is kind of annoying about Toon Boom versus Flash, whereas in Toon Boom it's great that you have a Z-axis, if I want to make something like this sideburn here, if I want this to move in front over here, I can't just pull it forward because then I have to pull everything else forward. Whereas in Flash I could just add in another layer and did what I need. Trips me up every single goddamn time. Come to think of it, I don't know why I'm actually doing the sideburns as a separate object. I can just do this. I don't really use super complex rig, so I can get. Just get away with doing it. Just bake it in. And I can just these sideburns and never have to worry about screwing me up. And now you can pull it forward by itself, but it will still move forward in reference to everything else. So then everything else that still is in front of it has to go forward as well. That's the big issue that I have. You can get around it a little bit, but you have to do some semi-complex fuckery. Yes, I'm aware of the invalid invite link. That's intent. It was a time-limited one. Or, yeah. I only give out limited invites because I don't want people... Usually when I have a public links, people start passing it around a few days later, and I get some ridiculous people. Really should not be in my server. That works out a lot nicer. Now the way I have this set up, using a layer select. So it's basically passing the color and the underlay layer to the bottom, and the line art and overlay layers to the top. So as a result, when I turn, stuff will still go in front of the eyes. Ooh. Maybe in the next song, the shopkeeper is a little bit annoying. Why is there so much Necrodancer in it? How much switch you can get with it? I would have sworn that this image switch would have had a spot on the timeline, but I guess it doesn't. Pete, you talking shit about my waifu? Keith, did you even watch the animation? You see the entire big punchline thing that I was building up to of hand-holding? And yes, Undertale is... a lot of the songs are in the Content ID system. I don't know if this one is. Even then, I'm tempted not to skip it because I actually really like the song where it's worth it. Because this is more limited parts and stuff, I don't have to do really any syncing. Do that, that'll be really good. Whoops. Thanks for that. Unbothered frames for because oh boy. By the way, for those curious, there will be a new PVO2 update tomorrow. Go check the website. It's not time. Maybe I... You kidding me?
Hello.
For you, Spencer. Currently is 3.
I am okay. That's it.
Eat. Good.
A new
Yes,
one?
this would be either the 5th or the 6th. That's gonna be either the 2nd or the 3rd I've made for Toon Boom. So the previous ones, trust me, they were a mess, so they really redoing. Nation. We need to make it.
Heck! Need to get up to speed on the new blender. I say as I open Warframe.
Oh, why do you keep asking if the stream is almost over? Am I keeping you from something? You don't have to stay here if you don't want to. Not forced to watch me, though I appreciate you. But if you have places you need to go and things you need to do and people... I understand. The love can wait. Hello, Meredith. Wow, I have not seen you online in a very long time, on YouTube anyway. All the time. Everyone, by the way, this is Meredith. She's the one who voices Pivot. Big surprise. So 3QB angles are Nier Automata has a goddamn great soundtrack. Also, it's a super depressing story and everybody should play it. Proves that games are silly little things. Meredith, have you actually seen a playthrough of Nier Automata? Also, you know you could get in the call if you wanted to. Spencer's here with me.
Hi.
You party.
Woo, party.
You really should watch a full playthrough or play the game yourself. Automata is really worth playing. Hello. Hello, Meredith.
Hi.
Holy shit!
Oh, hi, it's you.
What? Holy shit, what? Am I loud? Am
No,
I
it's
soft?
just holy shit, it's you.
Oh, I know. I've been dealing with burnout, okay? I've been trying to recover from it.
From work.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been dealing with one client lately that's been a lot of really nonsensical demands, and it's just given me burnout like nothing else. But it's fine. Everything's fine.
So now that you're in voice, people are probably going to start asking if it's voice. I apologize in advance.
I keep. God, I'd have to warm up.
I really hope that I can actually get this in time.
This is cool. I missed watching New make puppets and rigs. How are you, Spencer?
Up and down. It usually depends on how my back is feeling.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
I don't know, but I know it sucks. I was trying to write today, and my neck hurts so bad I can't even write.
This millennial things.
just the aging process slowly affecting all of us.
Curse you, aging! Making me want to be productive. Stop it.
No. I just want to be an overproductive citizen that churns out way more than she should and burns out constantly, and I can't even do that. Let's see. Somebody's asking if I can read the yes, I'm reading the comments.
She was literally just in chat.
Spencer didn't play Hero. That was Jello, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I have played no characters in that series.
Yet. I played one of the plant people.
Nice. Which reminds me, I need to set up my closet.
Meredith played
I need to get a laptop.
Meredith played one of the plant people, and I also made her record vomiting sound effects.
Yeah, that was fun. I actually gagged a lot and had to stop recording for like 20 minutes.
Go, gadget, back brace.
Well, Courtney was actually played. He played or it really wanted to show her the full. She loves
Mm-hmm.
broke her.
I like Pascal, but I know what happens to him.
That also
so.
broke her. To break you.
Yeah, that one was sad.
Assuming that everybody in the chat's already played it, which is not a safe assumption.
I mean, I'm not saying why it was sad. I'm just saying it was sad.
The game is sad, to be honest.
The whole game is depressing as heck. Come get it, Jesper. Come get the toy. My cat is trying very hard to half-heartedly play. steal the toy without actually doing the effort.
I identify with that so much.
Yeah, I identify with that too. I got maybe 200 words done in my book, in my draft, and I was feeling pretty accomplished even just for doing that. Because yesterday at work, I think I wrote 12,000 words. Not for my book, for things at work. And I just, so tired.
Something of your, and if it's just a tiny bit.
Yes. And the thing I'm working on is fun too at work. I mean, it's not like my thing, but it's a. I work in theme park design. People in the chat, and I'm working on something fun, and I should be enjoying it, but I'm not. I just need a vacation. I need a vacation.
I am now thinking of that scene from Agretsuko.
As I thought of the exact. That character is nothing.
This is true.
You deserve a vacation.
Yeah, we deserve a vacation. I'm just gonna drive down to my parents' condo and just sleep for 4 days, not talk to anyone. I think I'll do that. That might be the way to recover. Spencer, you're lucky, because you live by trees, actual trees, not crappy palm trees. So, like, you can just go and do forest bathing and feel better.
This is true. There's like a walking trail, like smack dab, like 5 minutes away from where I am, that is just completely forested.
I'm so jealous.
Of course, in Oregon, you go 5 minutes in any direction and you're in the forest, so...
If I ever sell a book that actually does well, like if I ever write a book and finish a book properly and then sell it, which is a very low chance because it's hard to do, and it sells so well that I could move anywhere, I'm just gonna move to a cabin in the middle of Portland and not talk to anyone.
Solid dream to have.
Oh, it is the dream.
Alright. Full head turnaround. At least one of the side. Flipping it is actually...
Ooh.
And all the parts stay present on the scene, even if they're not visible. Kind of interesting, because it means that I don't have to worry about, like... I actually have very few, like, drawing replacements in it. So, like, stuff basically, instead of being deleted temporarily, it's just invisible. Or it's not invisible, it's hidden.
Breaking is fascinating.
I have not done rigging. Incredibly rusty.
But you enjoy it, don't
I
you?
do, it's just I haven't had to do a complex full body rig for a long time. All the rigs that I've been doing have been one-off things. So I use them for one project and then they're done, so I haven't been like... make exactly what I need when I need it, rather than... Oh, a 3/4 turnaround, full body, multiple expressions, and full mouth. Like, for the longest time, I was only making stuff that I knew that I would use. Everything that I possibly ever could use.
Right. Oh, somebody in the chat was talking about when I recorded for the Jade and Gilded Guy things for Strelok, and it was all just grunts. Whenever I have to record fighting noises like that, I always have to be careful that people know I'm recording, because otherwise it is a very strange experience for people to hear. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Donazoro. Also, Noah McDonald, I am reading the comments, and yeah, I think that Zed is a little too busy.
I'm taking a glance at the top comments. It's just, again, as it says up in the chat descriptor.
Right.
I got focus. Focus. Good. Make a focus.
Oh no, he said the F word.
Focus.
She said it too.
Oh, Zed, you know what I need from you? Recommendations for more Meek the Rebellion movie.
Broke up at the very last part of that.
Because I'm using it, and I've listened, and I need more.
Asking for music recommendations from Rebellion?
Like, music that sounds like the music from Rebellion. I feel like you would know some.
Let's see. Something that has a similar, like, feel, but not the same, like, similar emotional feel, but not the same thematic feel, would be the Ace Combat soundtrack. Like, from pretty much any of the games. There's always, like, a few themes from there that are, like, really epic and kind of, like Arcane is good, Zero is really good. Daredevil's pretty good. No, you keep asking to pivot and beat arbitrary things. Maybe you should read the comic and you can find out and determine that for yourself.
You can't beat a toaster.
Yep. Pivot is a toaster.
Just because I'm fighting for the forces of good doesn't mean I have to give it up on my lifelong dream of murdering presidents. Why not both? Why can't I have my cake and all short
President is going to die. Here, Mr. President, would you like a slice of death? Here it is. Delicious, isn't it? Yet it's extra frosted with black hatred.
I've not been in a call in a very, very long time. This is nice.
That's depressing.
I can't hear anyone. Everyone's breaking.
Do you know if you're able to have Wi-Fi in the room? She had a...
There we go. I'm much closer to my router now, so this shouldn't happen. Yes. Hey, pups.
Oh, actually, on the note of Madoka sounding music, look into the other titles of the Nier series, Drakengard 3, as well as Nier Gestalt and Replicant. Gestalt and Replicant is going to have basically a lot of the same songs from Nier Automata, just original mixes. But those are good. Those would be good choices for Madoka-esque soundtracks.
I will try those. Thank you.
Hate to bolt so quickly, but I gotta go lay down. Peace.
Bye, dude.
Thus.
Why is my cat licking my hand? Stop! Oh my god, you're so weird.
Being a sexy little baby here for his dumplings.
I love him so much, but he's so weird.
Hey Jesper, calm down, I'm being a little shit.
He's still a moron, but he's my moron.
He's a moron in a different sense than Caspian.
Yes. But he's also become way more skittish, and it's funny, Caspian isn't afraid of thunderstorms or fireworks or any of that, because, you know, I live so close to fireworks every night. And Jesper is terrified of thunderstorms, and I don't know why. He didn't used to be. It only happened like 2 months ago. But... Caspian has definitely become the beta in the household, though. Jesper has taken up alpha.
Boy.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's fine. He's not mean to him. He just is very eager to play, and that can cause some trouble.
It's like, hey, Caspian, hey, come on, we gotta go on an adventure. Gotta go on an adventure.
Pretty
Caspian.
much.
And then Caspian's like, oh jeez, Jesper, I don't know. This doesn't seem like a good idea.
Poor Caspian. All he wants to do is sleep and eat. And Jesper just wants to jump all over him.
So, speaking of cats, sleeping and eating, I don't know if I ever actually got your full stance on that whole Cats movie.
Oh my gosh, it's so creepy. And why is everything is like, the proportions are so weird. Like, you've got one cat that seems to be a normal sized cat, and then you've got one cat that's the size of a mousetrap, and then you've got one cat that's like half the size of a human, but not really, because then in the next scene you see it and it's smaller than the freaking normal cat with the mousetrap, and I don't understand. I mean, ignoring the fact that it's creepy, because that was their artistic like, that was their intent, that was the designer's intent, to make them look like that. You should at least be skilled enough to have all of your cats have the same size proportion in relationships to the environment.
Actually, what is it?
Or
They all have the same size, it's just for some reason the set does not have the same size. That's what's changing.
So
It's even worse.
Did they spend all the money getting all of those A-list actors, that they didn't have enough money to get decent, like, SFX artists to design the sets? Because that's what it feels like. I don't know, typically the SFX artists are just, the visual effects artists are paid so terribly, and they're essentially an afterthought, and it's so dumb, because they really make them break the movie, not the actor. The actor can help, but if your movie looks that ugly, ugh.
So hungry.
then you should eat food.
Should, but will I?
I don't know. I ordered a pizza tonight. I was really bad. Order a pizza. Then you can have someone bring you food.
Something.
Hmm?
So, rig building in Toon Boom is way more complicated than it ever was in Flash.
Is that just because the system
There's
is...
just a lot more stuff you can do.
Right, it's got greater capabilities. Jasper just jumped onto my side and like used me as a trampoline to ricochet onto the couch. Oh my god, he's so weird. You're weird. Hmm?
Here of having an outline on paper. Doing. I'm going to delete the outline and I'm going to run an animated matte generator below it. So basically, not a matte expansion. So now, whatever shape I deform this into, it'll automatically draw an outline around it. So, if it clips through itself, it will no longer result in this weird squiggle where it overlaps. And still get sharp corners and stuff, which I don't want. But they won't, like, deform. Like, you can see right here, this will show up later for you, Meredith, but this is also for the chat. See right here that there's this weird pinch right here, but that's fairly normal. Or, on the original one with the outline, it would look like this. And the lines would overlap each other because it's trying to wrap this line around and go trying to loop around like that. The matte generator, or not a matte generator, matte expansion, resize, I'm able to get an outline effect without having to worry about that kind of stuff. It's neat. As a result, the hair is going to look really weird when I'm not in the render. That's also cool.
A lot of people are asking whether they should use Toon Boom or Flash.
Yes.
What? just yes.
Yes.
Use both.
Use whatever you are more comfortable with. Because not everybody should switch to Toon Boom. That's honestly a big truth. If you're very unhappy with Flash, more in the sense of just, oh, it's so annoying to draw on there, because it's annoying to draw on Toon Boom as well. Toon Boom you'll want to switch to if you want to do very complicated stuff, like if you want to have very detailed rigs, you want to do things like color replacement, special effects. If you want basically a VFX kit built into your animation software, then you want to switch to Toon Boom. If you are just starting out, Flash or basic Toon Boom will do you just fine. Both of them are on a subscription plan anyway, so it's not like it makes much of a difference. In all honesty, the base version of Toon Boom Essentials is a little bit less featured than Animate CC. I think they're about the same. Animate CC might be used, but really both of them are good, and I don't like trying to make it a... Both of them have it. I feel like recommending something without any exceptions to somebody is kind of gonna...
See, it's been a while since the last time I think I watched you rig, you were using Flash. I think you had experimented with Toon Boom, but you had even said back then that you weren't as comfortable with it.
And since then I've gotten a lot more comfortable with Toon Boom, and it took a lot of practice. I spent an entire month learning Toon Boom trials when I finally went buying it. Yeah, Toon Boom is very good, but that comes with conditions. Definitely is not as friendly as, or as beginner friendly as Flash.
Somebody's asking how long you've been using Toon Boom.
I started using it, I think, in 17. I know that's when I released my first like big animation. Maybe actually 2016 is when I got it. Using Flash 2012, 2011 technically, tail end of it. So I switched to Toon Boom. And I don't really plan on going back, but I won't sell Flash short. Serves better. Every now and then, like once in a blue moon, I actually still use it. Like the D&D video that I did actually was in Flash because I actually did complex rig lightest. I actually just use Flash for it.
See, now someone's asking, what is the definition for this of rig? Is it like rigging or equipment? And I don't really know
A rig
how to respond.
A rig is also called a puppet sometimes. Animation, it's a character built in animation using vectors and animatable components. So whenever I'm ready to finally animate, instead of having to draw every single frame out, I'm able to just pose this rig around. So it saves me a whole bunch of time, but requires a lot of upfront prep work. And it's how I basically learned to animate. Think of a rig similar, like think of it as a 2D version of how 3D models work, and how like you have somebody make a character and then they put the bones in it and then they send it off to the animators and then the animators animate with that. That is basically what a 2D rig is. It's just done in 2D rather than 3D. Probably the best way to... Courtney's still over at Saki's, by the way.
Yeah. Didn't tell me when she was coming back.
She was fine.
Yeah, I don't know. All she told me was she needed a break.
I thought that she had, She did manage to get Infinity Train, so...
Ugh, Infinity Train's so
It
good.
does show that it was cut short.
See, I saw something where the original creator said that he wanted it to be a miniseries. But now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be like an anthology, and we're going to get different people's journeys on the train.
Why somehow pivot taller?
Anyway, yeah, I hope Courtney comes back soon, because I know we wanted to go and do the Haunted Mansion thing, and then she stayed... I mean, to be fair, I didn't go to Magic Kingdom yesterday either, but then she stayed at Saki's, so...
Best head turnaround. Not the one I want. I want this one. Meredith, by the way, did you saw the outfit?
The outfits?
Check over in the content. Roll up. Suggestions. Back. Let me ask my Pete.
Let me see. I see a
It
sticker.
was on Wednesday.
Who's that? Oh, I probably didn't because I was so engrossed in work. Here we go. Let's see. Ooh! So these are all
Yes, I'm
options?
trying to figure out which one to do.
I like... Ooh, I like... Okay. Let me see if this one has a name.
All of them have names, yeah.
Yeah, so I like the top one of Danger Shoulders, which is 0 all the way to the right.
Well, the idea would be that yeah, would be universal for all characters and stuff. Are present.
Oh.
That's the other thing that I'm also considering. Trying to figure out which one would look best on a wide variety of cases. Match the feel that I want.
I still like Danger Shoulders, but I tend to lean towards that kind of schoolgirl Victorian style from Flair, and I feel like that's Danger Shoulders. Danger Shoulders has that.
One that's currently the most popular in my poll is actually the second one on the bottom row, the Tuxedo Bunny one. And I'm not.
What's that? Tuxedo
I'm honestly
Bunny?
not surprised.
I mean, I like the skirt. I actually, if you wanted to do ears, the ones that I like are they're in the top row, vest and bubble pants and skirt pants. I don't like the outfit itself, but I like the ears and the bow because they're different than just standard bunny ears. But yeah, I mean, if I had to pick like a top 3, I would actually go to the bottom row, start with Danger Shoulders all the way to the right, and then just run to the left. So like then High Roller is second because I like High Roller's hats and accessories, and then Tuxedo Bunny. I like Tuxedo Bunny. It's just I would tend to lean more towards not using Bunny Girl.
Well, that's actually part of the thing, is that Bunny Girl was actually the driving theme of it, just because of spoilers. It's for a casino setting.
Oh, it's for a casino setting? Oh yeah, then Tuxedo Bunny.
It's like I'm trying to figure out what would be like a good thing that you would expect like some of the servers to wear that are there to quote unquote
Tuxedo.
entertain.
I would say Tuxedo Bunny or High Roller. Ignore what I said about Danger Shoulders. I really like Danger Shoulders, but that's not a casino outfit. I watched Star Wars the other day to get ready for going to see Star Wars Land on Monday, and I hadn't realized there was a casino scene in it, and it was really strange. I didn't like it.
The original Star Wars or the new trilogy?
Episode. It was the one I hadn't seen. There's like a whole big casino theme in it, and it just like it completely takes you out of Star Wars and puts you in like some kind of weird Star Wars James Bond.
But yeah,
They didn't like
one. The scene that literally had no impact on the plot whatsoever.
Yeah, it didn't have any impact on the plot. I don't understand why they went into this random casino.
How embarrassing.
I don't know. I mean, it was a fine movie, but I'm not a big Star Wars person. But I want to understand it because when I go to see it on Monday, I'll have to like talk about it at work and everything I saw about it. I won't know what to say if I don't understand
All
it.
you need to know is that everybody who is a Star Wars fan thinks that the new stuff is garbage, except for like a small handful.
Well, I mean, I know that the ride is you're flying the Millennium Falcon. But apparently it's really hard because one of the controls only goes like the left side. You can only move the ship up and down, and the right side moves left to right. And you have to work together with your co-pilot to pilot the thing through the simulated environment. I just can't see an 8-year-old child doing a very good job at piloting at all.
Loosely on.
I think it's loosely on rails, but apparently you can fail. Because if you do fail, then you can walk around the land. People know how you did when you scan your magic band in different places, and they will comment on how well or how terribly you flew the Millennium Falcon.
What am I doing here? Right. Ponytail's on the wrong side. Oh no. Oh man.
I'm distracting you. I'm sorry.
No, it's because I'm working in I'm flipping angles around here. That was me forgetting that I had to actually change.
Yeah, also at Star Wars Land, apparently you can drink the blue and the green milk, and it's supposed to be like their version of butterbeer. But neither of them sound appealing to me, and I didn't know where the green milk came from until I watched the new movie. And where the green milk comes from is disgusting, and I don't know why people would want to drink it.
Wait, you're talking about the thing where Mark Hamill licks thing's nipple, right?
Yeah. If you're gonna come up with a signature drink for your theme park land, maybe don't use camel nipple juice. But I don't know, everybody says it tastes decent.
What a weird movie.
Yeah. Also, now I feel like I'm obligated to say, even though literally no one here knows where I work, my views and opinions are not part of my company's views and opinions. No, I don't work for Disney. So if anything I say about theme park lands is bad, it's not my company who says it. I'm legally obligated to say this so I don't get fired.
Like the way modern businesses work, kind of forbid employees from having.
A little bit. I mean, I don't use my social media very much anymore anyway, so I don't usually have to worry about it. But we did just get, like, not like an HR thing about it, but like they were talking about it and they were like, we should use our social media as a positive influence on the world. I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
Sure. Need to actually put everything. Cool. As you can see, the lines stay the same. Don't know if I want to do that or not. But anyway, turn around. Here we go. Front, 3/4. Front. That's profile. B. Master controller. Toon Boom is so crazy that you can actually do this thing called a master controller where it will like interpolate between well, it doesn't interpolate it. You set it to interpolate, and then you can use a master controller to actually like cycle between things and do like, say you want to do like a 5/4 or a 5/8 view. You didn't make one, but you made a 3/4 one. Well, because it'll interpolate between those two because you set it up to tween between them, it'll actually like, you can select anywhere between that area and it will automatically like choose that center point and keep. Really cool. It allows you to get frame by frame style animation using a complete, basically just some deformers and tools.
Oh, that's really cool. Your moderator, Angel, is asking if you saw the picture they posted in the public server lobby.
Not looked yet because I am very distracted. Oh. Okay, thanks. It's something about League of Legends, apparently. That's dead. Legends. Fake cover of it. Dead and Syndra. Okay, for some reason. Probably one of the most well-made heads that I've done in a long.
That's cool.
There's a spark in your eye and a grin on your lips. She's a demon and I can't resist her on a night like this. Say that you're fine, but I know that you're a wreck. There's a chill up my spine with your hands around my neck. Handcuffed to your side, and I know that I can't leave. I'm fixated on asphyxiation, but without you I can't breathe. Ooh, you never say please. Might as well be deceased. Yeah, I'll make sure the sticks fall for all of your tricks. Oh, I gotta admit, I kinda dig crazy chicks. Tossing, turning, I run through your mind. You kill for me, yeah, you creepy when you're kind. Do so much for me, got me under your legs, yeah, I'm perplexed.
Alright,
In your hands and it's so plain to
it is done. Woohoo. Next up, I have to do
Yay.
the body. So, because her body is mostly symmetric, the only thing that's not symmetric, buttons on her shirt. Ah,
This must be a sign.
And that helps.
flip it whenever I need. Okay. So yeah. Made for 190 frames. 180. So long since. No shading either. I probably should do shading. But randomly, I've also been hearing, every now and then I hear like a random, oh, worried.
What kind of sound?
Like, sounds slightly grindy. Like,
That's a good sound computer to make.
yeah, but the thing is that, like, I've also heard that sound many, many times in the past with there's context and stuff. Like, it sounds like a floppy drive turning on. I don't have a floppy drive.
Oh, that's weird.
And Joshua, I rig the hair using a deformation thing. So I can bend it around like this and actually animate said flops around. Pseudo frame by frames method.
Caspian? Oh, hi. Hey, Emily. Did you decide you want 10 minutes of attention today? You said you finally want to attention. I took him to the vet. He's 17 pounds.
That big.
He's a big boy.
Just for a Caspian.
Caspian. But Caspian's Maine Coon, so.
He's a little chunky too. Also, apparently somebody thinks you're a 14-year-old girl.
What?
It was a somebody from the Warhammer. His name is a Warhammer 40 or Warhammer orc. 40.
So I appreciate that people think I'm that young, because that'd be great if I could like not be achy anymore and go to school and still have energy when I got home instead of going to work and feeling like death every night. But I am not 14.
You're about 50% of the way there.
Yup. What are you gonna do for your birthday this year, Zed?
I'm actually gonna go out and visit Spencer and
Oh! Oh, I didn't realize that was birthday weekend.
kind of is. He had been planning to do like a whole get together thing, but that kind of fell through.
I know I couldn't get the days off.
Um,
I used them going to Venice.
I'm gonna go out there over September. Kind of probably a better choice than kind of going out to Florida, just because Florida is like hurricane season, and every single time I've gone out there, the weather's been kind of shit.
I know.
But on the flip side, I'm actually planning on coming out to visit Christmas.
That'd be good.
Before Christmas, I mean. Not over Christmas.
You can go to the Disney Christmas party. Halloween party's better. Yes, people in the chat. Again, I'm not 16 either, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am. But Seth and I are near birthday twins. Almost birthday twins.
Meredith is like almost exactly 1 year more than me.
Yeah. Like, I was born a year and a day. I was born on the 14th, and you were born on the 15th.
Hear that, people? Now you know our birthdays. You can get us presents.
Well, they don't know the month. I didn't say the month. I didn't think you'd want people to know your exact birthday. But presents are always appreciated. Also, no, I'm not 18, but I promise you, I'm not going to tell you how old I am because you're not supposed to. That is a rude question to ask a person. Not nice.
I'll give you a hint, people. Neither of us are Gen X. We are millennials.
Very much millennials. We are apathetic,
Overworked.
burned out, depressed millennials. I was playing Warhammer last night. Oh, the fantasy Warhammer, like Dungeons and Dragons, but Warhammer, not the actual 40k game.
Usually people call the 40k game just 40k. Them distinct because both of them are wildly popular.
Yeah.
I still remember seeing this one video of one elf 40k, or not 40k. See, that's the mistake I make. I call it 40k when I mean classic Warhammer. Anyway,
yeah,
he's like on a mission to like, I don't know, do something. He's delivering something, and he winds up encountering some dwarves. The dwarves like, I'll stick my boot so far up your ass you'll taste shoe polish. I'll get you a pair of steel mechanical balls, sew 'em to your groin where your manhood ought to be with super precision, just so I can kick 'em in you with my ironclad fucking feet.
Oh god. I love the Warhammer dwarves.
Thank you, Commodore.
Yes, millennial generation is 90s kids. And we were talking about doing a 90s birthday party for my birthday, but that was mainly so I could go to Claire's and buy a lot of ridiculous accessories and sticker earrings, and then say it was for gift baskets, but then probably just use it for me. And also cover everything in Lisa Frank.
Alright. No, I almost feel like I should make like a horror rig that I edit to make other characters rather than doing this all over and over. Like, if I were to make a socket rig, what I would do is I would basically just take this entire thing, duplicate it, and color it. That might be good. I'm actually really proud of the elegance of this entire setup. Hey, Professor.
Oh, I do not play 40k. I play classic Warhammer. I was in like a 5-year campaign that ended about 6 months ago. I played a Tylean. She was interesting. She went from being an entertainer to like a heavy axe wielding crazy person. And right now I'm playing an illusion mage. I think it's the Grey Wind, and she's from Bretonia. I actually haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in a while, but I don't have time to get into more games, but I have my one Dungeons and Dragons character that I really want to use more because I love her. I only got to use her in like a one-off heist game that somebody at work was hosting. And it was great, and I loved her. But like, also, my big thing is I don't like playing Dungeons, Dragons, or Warhammer when it's primarily combat focused. I like it's more like puzzles. And sadly, a lot of the DMs that I have been involved with have just done nothing but combat, and it's just, I don't like it.
Reason for that, puzzles are hard.
Well, all the time, I like making characters who, I know puzzles are really hard, but I like making characters who aren't necessarily combat focused. Like my Tylean girl, the reason that I had to change her from like this fun entertainer, like this fun, quippy, snarky entertainer, into just this like badass axe wielder was because I literally couldn't play the game because the dungeon master didn't make any scenarios where I could use her. It was just all so combat focused that finally he felt bad for me and let me, like, he made a magical weapon that I could get so that I could start becoming something else. So. Oh, my original Warhammer campaign? It ended on a great note, actually. We accomplished everything, and my character got married, and everything was great. So, count that as one great win for Warhammer until the storm came and destroyed all of Tylea. Love that chaos storm that destroyed all of the interesting nations, including Araby and Kislev and Tylea and Thessalia.
I don't know anything about.
Two
I don't know anything about Warhammer.
on the whole map. Yeah, Warhammer lore. There was essentially like the people who make it wrote in this gigantic chaos storm that like for the new update that destroyed most of the land and just made it all ravaged with chaos. And every single land that my characters were from that I've ever made in Warhammer, all of their trees got destroyed. So that was great.
Yeah. Really gonna have to get to. I don't know if I'm gonna. But I'm playing. You guys are seeing how long this is taking. I'm very proud of this technique that right here for doing mouths. So you know how with I don't know if you remember this, but with the old rigs, do you remember how I would have a mouth for 3/4, a mouth for front, a mouth for profile, etc.?
Yeah.
In this one, I have one mouth for everything, and then there's a switch that I can control. What I'll do is I'll actually enable it so that we can see the wireframe. But you can see right now that there's a blue outline on the front mouth here. If I go to the color layer, because every single drawing layer in Toon Boom has 4 sub-layers in it. The overlay, line art, color, and underlay. Those are just names though. If I go to the color layer, you can see that there's this shape right here. Well, that's for the 3/4 view. It only shows up when I turn on a switch to value number 1. The moment it's set to value number 0. And likewise for under layer, there's a third one, which only shows up when the switch is to layer number or set to number 2. So as a result, in the first frame, all 3 of those mouths are going to basically be closed. Second frame, they will all be open. Third frame, open a little less. Third, E sound, E, O, and then the F sound. And as a result, whenever I switch to 3/4 or whatever, I can just turn that switch, and I don't have to actually like get out an entire other lip sync, and I don't have to go through a huge, long, extended chain of lip sync. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Is that a yeah, I heard you, or yeah, it makes sense?
Oh, yes, it makes sense.
Okay.
Sorry, I was listening to you, but also I think that the Airbnb people across the street got really confused and were trying to open my front door. So like I was listening to you and checking the window to make sure that the people who are staying in the Airbnb across the way didn't go into the right house.
If I finish these mouth shapes, I'm gonna wrap up this. I'm hungry and I need food. You've seen that one cartoon on
I've seen clips of Mau Mau, but I haven't watched like a full episode of Mau
I
Mau.
had one episode that was a dig against Steven Universe. Or not really a dig against Steven Universe, more of a dig against like against the backlash.
Oh.
Because like there's like one part where he's God damn it, why is she vacuuming right now?
Oh, that's what that noise was. The noise that I thought was somebody putting the code in my door was that noise. That high-pitched noise. I thought that was somebody trying to get in my house.
Okay. Let's see, what was I talking about before? Oh yeah. There's one thing where basically like the main character, he's like gotten really unpopular for like doing a bunch of shit or be like too chaotic or whatever. So they were trying to reform him, and he's like, look, he's better now. And they brought him out and they gave him a ukulele and a t-shirt with a heart on it, just like Stevie. Quickly show them the smile. And then he like contorts his mouth, and his mouth goes from being like a sharp tooth, like angled mouth to being a Allard style mouth.
Oh my gosh.
and then a monster winds up attacking, and to satiate the monster, sings it a song on its ukulele, and it eats somebody.
That's pretty good, actually. I wonder if people on Mau Mau were. I wonder who created Mau Mau, if they were on the Steven Universe team or not.
As far as I know, Mau Mau actually originally got its start in New Run.
Mau Mau got started on what? Oh, really?
Who just joined?
Hold on, I'll check.
Guess who?
Oh, hey!
Hey.
Welcome to the stream.
Dude, I know you want to get work done, but go eat food. Take care of yourself.
Don't tell me what to do.
Take care of yourself.
Can make you food if you want.
How do you propose getting said food to me?
Yeah, that's a good.
I'll shove it in the mic.
Like, that sounds like a healthy decision for your microphone.
Don't worry, I have a pretty decent quality mic. I spent $40 on it. See, well enough for a bit of voice acting, isn't it?
Ah.
Almost done. Gotta try and make sure that I'm not doing an accidental kitty mouth. Kitty mouths are.
A kitty mouth?
Kitty mouths are.
Do a kitty mouth.
Mouths are for socket. Speaking of socket, pivot. Remember, there is a comic update tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. I'm like trying to stay awake. This is gonna sound so stupid. I need to try and stay awake until about midnight tonight because there's something that is on eBay. Tomorrow night the bid ends at 12:40 a.m. So if I stay up late tonight, I'll sleep in tomorrow and it will let me stay up late enough to get this stuffed animal that I want.
Just a stuffed animal?
It's a stuffed animal. I'm a very simple person, okay? And it's the last stuffed animal in the collection of the holiday stuffed animals from Tasty Peach that I've been trying to get.
Cool.
And I need to stay up late.
Alright. Mouth shapes are done. I haven't put in the tongues or anything, but that's... Look at her talk. Then
I will in 2 minutes when the stream catches up to your conversation.
I can always add a mat to this. So yes. I have all the front views done for the mouth. Need to do the 3/4 and profile shapes and done. Then the head will be completely. Probably will do the body sometime this week.
That's exciting.
Alright, I will get going now. Thank you all for watching. Good night, everybody.
Good, go
I
get
will.
food.
Bye.
Chat can have faith that I will get food too.